Hello everyone, my name is John Yonan. I'm one of the founders here at LenderLetter.com. In our last video, we created a letter based on a template for Joe Buyer. In this video, we're going to show you the authentication process that people can use when they receive a letter. So right now I'm logged in as Larry Lender, and we're going to go into, I'm in the Buyers section, and we're going to go look at the letters for Joe Buyer. So we just come here, we click on this button, and if you remember from the last video, this is the letter that was created for Joe Buyer. Now we're going to view that letter, and if we scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice there is this QR code with a number below. And let me zoom in a little bit. You might be able to see that a little better. So this is a QR code, and here is a 5-digit number. Now that's important because once someone receives this letter, this will be part of that letter. And I'm going to launch by the way, most cell phone applications, you can download free QR code readers. That will work very well with this. I have right now a QR code reader that is based on the desktop. It's a free application, and I'll put a link for the Code 2 QR code desktop reader in the comments section below, or I'm sorry, in the notes section below. So if you want to read this from the screen, you simply come up here and say from screen. You click on that, everything kind of goes like an overlay, and you can select the QR code, and it creates this URL link. So you highlight that, and you can copy it, or you can just click this button over here. This will copy the QR code to the clipboard. And then we open up our browser. This is as if we were the recipient, right? We open up our browser, we paste that URL in and go. It goes to the LenderLetter website, and then you can see here it's prompting us for that 5-digit code. Now if we go back, we can see that the code is 09472. So if I'm the recipient, I read that, I scan this in, go to the website, remember that 09472, come over here, type in 09472, and off to the right I click go, and the LenderLetter application will generate a low resolution and watermarked version of the letter that we have in our hands, or the letter that we received in an email from the potential buyers. So if we scroll back and forth, you notice this is for 735, and the QR code is the same. If we come back to the letter that we sent, 735, it's formatted a little differently, but that's okay. It's just because that's how the application wrapped this around. But all of the numbers, all of the addresses, everything is exactly as was generated in the original pre-approval letter. So this is the way for any recipient of a LenderLetter letter can authenticate it and validate that it is in fact authentic. Now one thing that I forgot to mention earlier, so let's navigate back to the LenderLetter application. If you are in Buyers, you'll see this column. It says Letter Verification. If this is turned to green, then the authentication QR code will be included in the letter. If you don't want that included, you can turn this off, and any future letters that are generated for Joe Buyer will not include the QR code authentication scheme. Alright, so I think that's it for now. So I hope this video has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.